Do you ever feel like your brain is just buffering, even when everyone else is quick to respond? That's what slow processing speeds feels like for me as an autistic adult. And today I'm going to share 3 examples, solutions that help, and why so many of us struggle with it anyway. What is it specifically about slow processing speeds that affects autistic people and why? Let's talk about it. This is really a topic that I've been wanting to talk about for a week now, just because of some real life experiences. So I want to give you specific examples. What am I talking about when I say slow processing speeds? So why in the world does this happen to autistic people? We already know that we are wired differently, but what's the reasoning behind it? And I want to just make sure you understand that slow processing speeds doesn't equal unintelligent. A lot of autistic people are highly intelligent. It just really refers to the brain speed and how much time it takes to process and take in information and respond to it. Example number 1, going to the doctor. Going to the doctor can be intimidating for anybody, but especially autistic people, because you are given so much information by the doctor. When the doctor comes in to talk to you, it's like they speak really quickly and you have to keep up, and it's a very daunting task to try to remember later on to explain to others, what did the doctor say? They'll ask you and you may be like, can't really remember, it went so fast. That was a problem for me for many, many, many years, and it just came down to where I had to have a solution to help me out that I still use to this day, and I've recommended on this channel before, but I'm going to show it to you again. Having a doctor visit logbook for me has been a game changer for someone that has slow processing speeds like I do. So if he asks me a question, I can go in here and give him the answer. And I really like this book, and I recommend one for every member of your family. It really helps out. Don't wait and start late in your life like I did when it's like half over or something. Do it earlier. Okay, example number 2. This is a work experience example. So we have a morning meeting. As soon as I step in the door and get in the office, the morning meeting starts as soon as we're all there. And we're going through information really quickly on who's doing what activity for 3 levels of care or 3 parts of the building. And the way she goes about it is confusing to me. And my brain has trouble processing what's going on. And then I get overwhelmed, and then I can't pay attention to anything else that's being said. And it puts me further behind in my thoughts, and it's just really bad. So I've been thinking about this one, and the solution is going to be just letting my boss know that if we could do it, and I'll recommend a different way, I can try anyway, because I am dealing with having slow processing speeds at the morning meeting and struggling to keep up with what we're talking about. All right, example number 3, real life example, and this one's through parenting. So say my son comes to me and he wants to tell me of 5 different things he wants to do with his friends and his work schedule, and throws it all at me at the same time. I cannot process it. He wants an answer right away. He wants me to acknowledge and give an answer. And my brain is just struggling to keep up with the information. I have to think on things. That's just the way my brain works. It's not bad. It's just the way it is. So one of the solutions I thought of that I could do is, if I'm watching TV, cut the TV off or mute it at least to give him full focus, and maybe look at a calendar together. And if I don't have an answer right now, I'll just tell him I will get back to him as soon as I can and give him a definite date on that. But I think he's understanding that I don't process information very quickly. and it gets processed, but hey, you're going to have to wait in line like everybody else. Yeah, I'll get to it. I'm going to give you an answer when I'm able to. And then another thing is sometimes I don't want to deal with that information being given to me. If somebody's trying to flood me with a bunch of information and I'm overwhelmed already, I'm not going to remember anything you just said. It's in one ear and out the other. So that's a struggle. When you can't process information efficiently already and you're bombarded with things going on around you, the two things just don't go together. And it's hard to put that mindset where it needs to be. But why does this happen for us? So there are really 6 main reasons that researchers think autistic people experience slower processing speeds. Number 1 being just the differences in our brain connectivity. Some areas of our brain can be just over-connected. There's lots of traffic there, while others are underconnected. It can make information and communication between some regions less efficient. It can slow down how fast information is processing or passed along. Number 2 reason is just sensory processing differences. So we already know that many autistic people can experience sensory input like more intensely. If your brain is working really hard to filter out the sounds, noises, lights, body sensations, it takes extra time to focus on the main task at hand, slowing your responses. Another reason can be executive functioning load. Skills like planning, switching attention, organizing thoughts, which is what executive functioning is, can work differently in our autistic brains. Tasks that require juggling multiple steps at once may take longer to process. The number 4 reason is language processing differences. Some autistic people use more visual or non-linear ways of thinking. Translating thoughts into spoken words or understanding rapid speech can take extra processing time. Number 5, cognitive style or deep processing. Autistic people often notice small details that others overlook. This detailed style of thinking can be slower, not because it's less capable, but because the brain is analyzing more information before producing the answer. And number 6 is stress and anxiety. That goes without saying. Processing speed often drops in overwhelming or unpredictable environments. That is what happened to me yesterday that kind of led to a little small breakdown at work where I cried in front of 2 coworkers. I was not able to keep up or process with the information in the morning meeting, and I was getting very overwhelmed and stressed. I already had dealt with an argument with a family member the night before, and the whole environment was just right of a storm to cause a breakdown. But that can happen when we are overwhelmed with the slow processing speeds and it's not where we want it to be, and we want to be able to keep up with other people. It's hard, and it can just leave you broken down or frustrated and hesitant to communicate, and that way again, that whatever caused it. So it definitely affects us. I wish I had fast processing speeds, but would I notice details and things if I didn't have those fast processing speeds? It's best just to be content with what God gave us and what we have and how we process information. And know that it'll be a challenge, but know you can try to come up with solutions. You can try to be in control of the situation as much as you can. Think about it. Write it down. What can be a solution? We can try to help ourselves out. And I would love for you to comment down below and share your tips on how do you handle that slow processing speed and what do you do about it? So thank you so much for watching this video. Thanks for being here. And if you haven't joined this channel and you like videos about adults with autism, that is what I talk about, and would love to have you as part of this wonderful community that we already have. So thank you so much, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye.